Mothercare UK. Today it was announced that it has gone into administration, so it's joined the long line of other UK high street brands that have gone into administration. It's actually quite sad, really. I mean, it's kind of like when I have children, what kind of streets on a high, what kind of shops in a high street are they gonna have to go to? Cool fact about Mothercare: it was founded in 1961. So it's been in the UK for a very long time. And to hear that it's gone into administration is a shock, but it's not really a surprise as well. And I'm going to explain why, because that may sound a bit confusing. It's a shock because for as long as I can physically remember, I've seen Mothercare on the high street. Now, there used to be a Mothercare down one stop, but that was closed down years ago. But that wasn't like a worry. It was just like a little one-off, you know. You tend to close like a few of your stores or whatever, not necessarily just because you're struggling, but just sometimes it's just a location, you just see that it's not doing great there, so you might as well just close it. However, the problem with Mothercare is they don't keep up with the times. Now, I say this because, have you noticed with Primark, they don't have an online store, but the clothes that they have are relatively cheap. You can get baby clothes, you can get clothes for your woman, clothes for your man, clothes for your children. You can get winter coats, summer clothes, bikinis, whatever. You can get a whole line of things from Primark, and the reason they survive is because you can get all these clothes and they're cheap. A lot of people want Primark to establish their online store. They have an online presence, but you can't actually order anything from there. The problem with that is, if Primark was to utilize their online store and start selling stuff online, then they'll have to raise the prices on the high street in their stores. If that was to occur, then those stores on the high streets, I'm gonna start closing down, because a lot of people are not gonna start going to it if Primark gets more expensive. Because the reason people like to go to Primark, the reason why Primark is so successful, is because the clothes are cheap. You want them to raise the prices by having to do online stuff. Nah, I'm good. I don't want them to have an online store. If I want to order clothes online, I have Boohoo. I have all these other places to go to, black-owned businesses that are online as well. I don't need Primark to do that. I'm happy to walk my 2 feet to the number 16 bus stop, to go to Primark in Birmingham City Centre, or take my ass down to West Bromwich to the Primark there. I'm good. With Mothercare is they sell baby clothes, but the problem is baby clothes you can now get from Asda, you can get them from Primark, you can get them from Peacocks. Baby clothes are literally everywhere. Plus the baby items such as pushchairs, buggies, pushchairs, etc. from Mothercare, they are very expensive, very expensive. It doesn't make sense how expensive they are. And Mothercare is not keeping up with the times. You know full well that other places are selling baby clothes, baby items, right? So why have you not said to myself, oh, okay, let's have a strong online presence, yeah? I'm gonna start selling stuff online and lower the prices a little bit. Your prices are too expensive. You can get several bibs, those baby onesies for a lot cheaper than they can from Mothercare. If they can get pushchairs that are a lot cheaper somewhere else, why on earth would they go into Mothercare? To be honest, I have to be honest. I was in my 20s when Mothercare down one stop closed, but yet whenever I walked past it, you would barely see anyone in there, to be quite frank. You would barely see anyone in there, and that was just a sign of the times we know, but you just didn't think much of it. And now to see Mothercare is in administration and over 2,000 jobs across the whole of the UK is in danger. It's when a lot of these high street brands go into administration, they ask these people with a lot of money, you know, to help support them. But at the end of the day, some people are gonna see it as not feasible. Like your sales have been going down for years and years and years, and you not being innovative. You didn't like, you see all these people who graduated from uni and can't get jobs, right? But some of these people have the most brilliant ideas of how to, you know, how to get a stronger social media presence. You need to be on Instagram, you need to be on Twitter, you know, you need to be on Facebook, all of these social media sites, yeah, advertising your products, and Mothercare does not really do that. So you're now going into administration because you didn't keep up with the time. Social media is a big thing. Primark is all over social media. They got a Facebook page, they got a Twitter page, they got an Instagram page. They're all over social media, you know. And I'm just using Primark as an example. Why Primark is still so successful is because they keep up with the time. Sure, they don't have a stronger online presence, as in they're not selling anything online, but they on their social media, such as their Twitter, they always have the new items up, you know. So you can actually see, so you can always see the new clothing items. You can see the prices in European prices and English prices, you know. And that is why they're so successful, because people see these things and they're like, oh, okay, I see this nice jacket, let me go into my nearest Primark store so I can get these products. And that is exactly why Primark was able to open the biggest store right here in Birmingham. I think it's the biggest store in Europe or in the UK, whatever. I don't remember which one it was. I think it's Europe. But that's why they was able to achieve that, because a load of people support the stores, support the products, you know. And me personally, I love going into Primark, you know. I'm always able, you see, like this t-shirt is from Primark. Like, I love, because I'm able to get stuff that I require from cheaper than other places, you know. You need to be consistent. You need to go with the times. Young people are very fickle. They're not going to go into your store if A, your prices are too expensive and they're not seeing you online. If they don't see you online, they ain't gonna buy your stuff. It's really sad. You know what the biggest thing is? It's like these people, like, they have all this money, yeah, and they don't utilize it properly. They don't hire the right people to, you know, actually contribute to the success of these stores. So then they wonder why. Their stores are closing. Like, it sounds harsh, but this is that same thing that happened to Thomas Cook. He went into administration. When was it? September. And nobody was really surprised about that either. You know, people got stranded in friggin' Europe because of this whole situation, and then they had to and then basically what happened is flights had to be chartered to pick these people up from their European destinations, just so that they wouldn't be stranded there. Like, some of them hadn't even finished the holidays, you know. And then they found out basically, oh, they may not be able to get home. The thing is, sometimes when these billionaires or whatever do put money into these companies to try to save them, they still end up having to either close down several stores or having to close down completely. And when that happens, it's okay for them because they still got all their money, right? Mothercare is bankrupt. Thomas Cook is bankrupt, right? But these CEOs and all these people, they still got their money. But it's the staff who are on the floors. It's the staff who are in the Thomas Cook offices, the ones that are deeply impacted by this. They're the ones who gonna have a knock-on impact on the economy. But they don't care about that. They just drove their business. They drove their businesses into the ground. Didn't keep up with the times, and now it's their staff members who are gonna have to suffer the most. But honestly, at this point, it's kind of like, I am sorry that, you know, another high street brand has gone into administration. I mean, you can't even. I mean, here in Birmingham, I can find M&S, but some M&S's, you know, in London, they've basically gone. Thomas Cook obviously is gone. Mothercare is about to go. New Look a couple of years ago got into difficulties and I had to close a load of stores, and you know, they seem to be doing quite well. They seem to be doing quite well for the time being. Anyway, New Look is another place I love going into. New Look, Primark and Boohoo. Those are my 3 stores that I love to go to. New Look and Primark for when I'm looking for, you know, holiday clothes, winter clothes, strictly for holiday clothes, you know. But it's a shame. It's a shame that another store is going to go into administration. I mean, a few years ago, Toys R Us basically went into administration as well. They're now completely online. But the fact is, you know, it's sad because I used to remember as a child going into Toys R Us, and now it just doesn't exist anymore. You know, but that's the thing I've always said. When your products are too expensive, people are going to get turned off by it. I mean, look at the economy we live in, and you want to have highly expensive products that people can get from everywhere else. It don't make no sense because it's not innovative, it's not cost effective. Why they're going to waste money on your stuff when they can go get it from Jack's down the road is more cheaper. But anyway, let me know your thoughts down below on the whole Mothercare going into administration. I mean, it is quite sad, and you know, 2,500 people are going to be out of work. That's going to have a knock-on effect on the economy, and the economy is already struggling as it is. I mean, with this whole Brexit situation, we've already seen the pound fluctuating, so imagine what's going to happen now. I mean, I do feel like our obsession with online shopping is contributing to a lot of these stores going into administration. But I would say, like, if you see online shopping is the new thing, and you have a clothing store, then you need to have a strong online presence as well. Otherwise, you're not going to survive. Unfortunately, you're not going to survive. So, as sad as I am to see, I'm not really surprised. All right, bye.